Okay, so today we are going to introduce multiplying integers. Okay, and before we start with multiplying integers, I want to quickly talk, and I don't like red, so sorry. I want to quickly talk about what we know about multiplying, okay, just with the number line, okay? So step one, if I tell you to do 3 times 4, okay? And I have my number line, and it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So that's 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 10. The reverse side should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. That's 15 negative. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is negative 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is negative 10, okay? So let's just talk about what we knew back in the day when we were kids. 3 times 4 would mean 3 groups of 4. So let's do that. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's one group of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's another group of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's another group of 4. So I know that that is just positive 12. Now, if I add a step to it, and I go to 3 times negative 4. So I'm going to change this to 3 times negative 4. Well, what do we know about the number line? If we're doing a negative number, negative numbers go backwards, right? So let's try that. Let's make a group of negative 4. There's one group of negative 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's another group of negative 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's another group of negative 4. And I still end up on negative 12. And over here, I didn't label it, but I end up on 12. Now let's quickly discuss what we see there, okay? We see that 3 times 4 is 12. 3 times negative 4 is negative 12. Okay, well, we're going to notice a couple of things, okay? But first, we're just going to recognize, okay, so a positive times a negative is going to equal a negative. Will that work if I flip-flopped them and I did a negative times a positive? Will that equal a negative? I'm going to answer that question and say yes, but I don't know how to do it on a number line, which I'm going to apologize for, but I could reflect on it and come back to you guys later. So a negative times a positive. But I could go into it by tying it into what we have used discussing numbers. What do we know about the numbers 4 and negative 4? What do we know about the numbers 12 and negative 12? What do we know about the numbers negative 6 and 6? If you haven't figured that out yet, they are opposites of each other. That's how it works. They are opposites of each other. So that ties into our number line. And how does that tie into our number line in these things? Because if I give you my number line again, and I do 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to make numbers that are doable. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Negative 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Negative 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Negative 15. Okay? So let's just talk about this. You guys told me up here that this made, whoa, I did not mean to hit erase, that I meant to highlight. This made sense. 3 groups of negative 4 will be negative 12. But you're also telling me that these are opposites, okay? So my question to you earlier was, will this also work? Okay. Well, let's talk about what this means. This means the opposite. Okay? So most of the time, this number would make groups of 3 that would go forward, right? So let's go ahead and do that. A group of 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, now we know 4 times 3 is 12, correct? But we got to go deal with this guy, right? Well, that guy means opposite. So if we know that 4 times 3 is 12, but we haven't yet dealt with this negative, but negative means opposite, wouldn't that go to assume that that just means negative 12 is the opposite of 4 times 3? I know that's deeper level understanding, and it's a lot of thinking outside of the box, but it proves as to why a positive times a negative equals a negative, and why a negative times a positive equals a negative. So either way it goes, if they're different in terms of multiplication, they're going to be negative. Okay? So what's next? Here's what's next. Oh, shoot, that's not it. What's next is going to come in another video. So today we're going to do some practice problems.